Hi there, good morning for some of you and good afternoon for some of you. Welcome to this live webinar about the headphones 700 UC. My name is Ivar and I'm the Sales Education Specialist for EMEA. And I'm sitting next to my colleague Dave.
Hi there, my name is Dave and also thank you for joining our live webinar today. Before we dive into the webinar, I would like to highlight that this webinar is again a short and powerful session of 20 to 30 minutes. During the webinar, you have the opportunity to leave your questions in the Q&A tab of your webinar view. Make sure you leave them in the Q&A tab and so that they don't mix up with the chat area. That makes it convenient for us to filter on all your questions at the end of the webinar so we can review them. So, that being said, Ivar, Bose Work.
Yeah, again a product of Bose Work, the Bose Work family I have to say. It contains 3 products and this is our second product that we cover in our live webinars.
Exactly.
Tuesday, we did the first one with the VB1 and today the headphones 700 UC.
Right, just to recap, Ivar, on Tuesday we had the VB1, the Bose Video Bar 1, optimized for our huddle room spaces and medium-sized meeting rooms. Today we will be talking about the Bose Headphone 700 UC, optimized for your personal conference space, and already a sneak peek for next week, where we will highlight the Bose ES1, which is a conferencing solution for the integrated meeting rooms. But that's for next week.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. Okay, I think we need to let's start with the. We need to have one. Let's start with the headphone 700 as we just mentioned. And Dave, you got one here, right?
As a matter of fact, Ivar, it's right here.
Yeah.
So let's bring it to the table. Here it is.
There it is. It's gorgeous.
Headphone
right?
700 UC.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to talk about today. The headphone 700 UC, and this is one of the products that we introduced this February. At the ISE in Amsterdam. And maybe you think, okay, so what is it? It's a headphone. Yeah, that's true. It's a headphone that you already see in the store maybe today. You're right. But now it's one of the products for Bose Work as well. Dave, can you maybe explain a little bit more about why we use those products like this?
Of course, yes. So let's focus on the headphone 700 UC, because that is the difference between the consumer and the one that we're going to introduce today. So the 700 UC, or the HP 700 UC, the one here, is actually a headphone, but it comes with unified collaboration technology. So in fact, it's your personal conferencing space, Ivar.
Yeah, and that's what we mean by UC, the unified communications. That's why we call this one Headphones 700 UC.
Correct.
And this is not the only thing that you get when you buy the Headphones 700 UC, because yes, you can buy this in the store today, but if you buy the UC version, like what we have here, you got something else, and that's the thing that we made for professional conferencing, all-day conferencing. First of all, this is his small child, I can say, the Bluetooth dongle. And in the middle you see that small USB dongle, and that's the difference with this model than in the store today for consumers.
Yeah.
So why do we use this USB dongle?
Why is there a dongle?
Yeah.
It already has Bluetooth on board.
Yeah,
you would think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can explain a little bit more about this. Well, what we want nowadays is comfortable meetings. We just want to be ready to do meetings. And what you see, unfortunately, Bluetooth is a really nice technology, but sometimes especially for professional environments like our work life, you want to have an instant meeting, and Bluetooth is a perfect protocol, but sometimes it's just a struggle. So therefore we have that really nice USB Bluetooth dongle, the USB link, and that's the Bose the Bose link, what we build into these headphones. And the only thing that you have to do is plug it into your laptop, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
It comes actually prepared with the
Exactly.
headphones. So there we have it. It's a really nice slim USB dongle, and yeah, it's prepared. So plug it in, and within a second you're good to go.
Yeah.
And that's that's the big difference with this model
Yeah.
compared to the consumer model.
I agree with her. You don't want to fuzzle around with your Bluetooth settings if you need to jump into a
No.
call.
No.
You just want to, connect your headset. So you switch it on, you plug on your Bluetooth dongle into your laptop, and then you have an instant connection, and you can jump straight away into your meeting.
Yeah, and what's also nice, by the way, is that let's say you are in a meeting on your laptop, and you are connected with a Bluetooth USB link, and maybe you just need to go, but you're still in that meeting. You can easily just shut down your laptop or close your laptop, and it automatically picks up on your mobile phone with that Bluetooth connection.
Right.
So you can switch between devices as well.
Yeah.
So that's really nice about this model. Well, maybe we can show how that works. Just plug it in, and we made a screen capture for you.
Right.
You, Dave.
Yeah, so
plug
this
it
is
in.
this
Yeah.
is a laptop here, and I go to my sound preferences, and that's where this is the moment where I plug in the Bluetooth module or the dongle, how to say, and then you will see it appears in the sound preferences. That's I selected now, but it normally auto selects that as your default audio device, and that's not only with the operating system, but it also is automatically configured for your collaboration clients, for example, Microsoft Teams or Zoom or Google Hangouts.
So you don't have to worry about switching between audio devices. Because we are in certification of the process of Microsoft Teams, Google, and Zoom.
Yeah.
And so if that's there, it's automatically enabled on those collaboration clients.
Yeah.
But you also are able to control your meeting client, like for example Microsoft Teams, with your headphones. So when you turn up the volume here, it will automatically he's doing that for you in the client, right?
Right.
So
It's cool. We call it device control.
Yeah.
So, and as most of you know, that adjusting volume on an HP 700, the consumer version, it still works exactly the same for the HP 700 UC. You have this gesture control, so you can actually slide it up. And what it actually does is then, what Eva just explained, it's doing device control in your collaboration client. So it's actually managing the volume on your laptop or in your application. And that is what that's really what we focus on, to make sure that it really integrates well with the application.
Yeah. And another thing, so that's we now talk about conferencing, and what's more important than voice pickup. So if you have a meeting, you want to be heard clearly, and one of the things, this is not just a normal headphone. This has a really a nice microphone array technology that we build in, because what's the thing? This is a personal device, so you can meet anywhere where you want. You can sit in a restaurant or a coffee shop or wherever where you are, and you want to do meetings. And what's the big deal? Well, that big deal is that if you have a lot of background noise, what you most of the times have in those kind of places, then you have to mute and unmute yourself all the time, because you don't want to bother the other side of the world with your background noise, and that's where this headphone really helps you, because what we made is a microphone array technology. Maybe you can explain it, Dave. Maybe you want to explain it.
Right. It comes with four microphone beams. So that's the arrays in total, 8 microphones, and the microphones are kind of positions in different areas of the headphone. So in fact, you have 2 microphones on the front and 2 microphones on the rear. The 2 microphones in the front are really there, formalizing a beam to pick up your voice, just your voice. So that's very important. So that's if you're in an open space, as Ivar just explained, where it could be a coffee shop or an open workspace that we have today in our facilities. There's a lot of people working, there's a lot of side noise, so the microphone beams on the front are designed to just pick up your voice.
Yeah, and they're really beams, by the way. So when you wear it, and well, if you wear it the other way around, stupid, right? There's a left and a right ear cup, but
Yeah.
it will not pick up any voice. It's really projected to the front of your mouth. That's really fantastic.
So in fact, you could actually see it as a kind of virtual boom. And the boom is like the
Yeah.
stick you have in the old-fashioned headsets.
Yeah, and that's actually also one of the things that we don't want in conference. And we as Bose think that you don't want, well, you see nowadays a lot of boom mics. Headset with boom mics for office, maybe you want to use it for office but purposes, but in normal life you don't want to wear a boom mic, right? And that's what we try to avoid with this, and it works really well with this headphone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the device that you can use in your work-life area. So it could be work, but it could also be your personal time.
Yeah.
So if you're commuting back and forward from home to the office, you just, you're not always in a meeting, but you just want to listen to nice music or something else. You can also just use the noise cancellation piece of it and move into your bubble while you are commuting in the train, for example. That's where we think it's important that it fits both areas, and then the boom indeed is something that you don't want to have when you're traveling in the train.
And what's really interesting is that you spoke about that microphones, right? That we build in, and what we can do with that is we can actually isolate your voice out of the environment, let's say noise, your background noise.
Yeah.
So what do? We have microphones on the back as well that can hear the background noise. We have the array on the front that listens to your voice, and we can compare that, and we can isolate your voice out of the rest of the background noise, and we only send clearly your voice to the other side of the world. So that works fantastic.
It's amazing. For example, take the coffee shop or take a busy airport, and you walk away you're on the way to the gates, and you're just wrapping up that call, but you're in that busy environment. The far end, you will not hear it because the noise cancelling is active for you in the ear cups, but the noise cancelling is also active for the far end. So the far end will just hear you in that call, and not all the noise that you have in the air. In the airport's terminals that you're sitting or walking through. Yeah,
so that's the voice pickup. Of course, noise cancellation. Oh, this is actually the 7th generation already. So we have 11 levels of noise cancellation. So you can select yourself what do you want to let's say do, or how to use it. If you want to be in your own bubble, as you just mentioned, maybe you want the highest cancellation. You can focus on your work, even without meetings. You can just wear it just to focus. Or maybe you want to hear something around. You have 11 adjustable levels. And what's also nice, and I use that very often, is conversation mode. So sometimes you're in your bubble and your colleague is coming and he's asking you something. We all know that, and you need to turn off your headphone. There's a conversation mode. With a single tap, you can easily turn off your noise cancellation, and you can answer a question or you can have a conversation, and turn it on again.
Yeah.
And so that works really well.
Yeah, indeed.
And the design, by the way.
Yeah.
It's really a nowadays design. It's a modern design. It feels really nice. It's a nice product.
Yeah, it's very nice materials. So you can definitely see that Bose paid attention to the design, but also on the durability of the product. So it's designed for everyday use, and besides the conferencing quality, it is of course famous for premium Bose sound quality.
Yeah.
For these headphones.
This is really, for me, it's a must-have.
Yeah, it's your everyday companion, whether you're in the office, when you're traveling, you're sitting at home on the couch, doing some Netflix in the evening, and isolating a little bit from the other things that are happening. A ton of use cases that we can bring up.
Yeah.
But it's a real cool product, and I'm very happy to see that Bose designed one for the workspace as well.
Yeah.
It fits the workspace and the personal space.
Absolutely. I think it's time for, if you have any questions, we're doing a Q&A session, so let us know, and we're going to start in a minute with your maybe your questions. So let us know. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
check it out if we have some questions.
Q&A.
Yeah, the Q&A. I see some questions. Martin is asking, I understand that the UC dongle will be available to add to the present 700 model. What will be the process to update the present model to work with the UC? So that it is paired, and are there any disadvantages of upgrading this way?
Right, that's a very good question,
Yeah.
Martin. So the process for managing software on your Bose headphones is through the Bose Music app. That is also the process for upgrading your headphones. To include the conferencing piece, the availability for that is depending on the region that you are. So I would recommend you to connect you with your sales account manager to check that out and to see how you can obtain a dongle.
Yeah.
But software is managed through the Bose Music app.
Yeah. Another question, does the consumer model have the same number of microphones as the QC model?
Yes. It has exactly the same. So
sorry, I need to interrupt. The QC, I think the QC, the headphone 700.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
So if we compare apples with apples, we need to talk about the
Headphones,
HP
yeah.
headphones and headphones. So, but if we look at the consumer version, the HP 700 has the same microphone technology that you find in the HP 700 UC, although there is a difference in software.
Yeah.
So,
The QC is different. The QC35.
yes.
That's a different
That's a
model.
different technology. So what we explained is that the HP 700 UC and also the HP 700 had this just dual beamforming microphones, which is really something unique for this type of model, for the HP 700.
Yes.
And that's something you won't find in the other quite comfort headphones.
No. I think that Goran is asking what with tablet or phone, so if it's working with a tablet or a phone.
Yeah, it works with your smartphones, Android or iOS, as well as your tablets, iPads or other tablets that are out there. So then it works if you connect with a smartphone or a tablet. It's not using the dongle, it's using the Bluetooth from the device. So the dongle is for your endpoint, your laptop, whether it's macOS or Windows.
And it extends your range as well, the dongle.
Yeah, the dongle also,
It's good to mention.
it's a reliable connection, but also an extended range.
Yeah. Is it possible to connect with Polycom or other products?
Yeah, that's if matter of fact, we also had this question this morning, not the Polycom question, but is it possible to connect with another video conferencing unit? For now, it works with your endpoints like your laptop and your smartphones or tablets. I haven't seen, and we might need to double check, so I cannot really answer this question that it works with a video conferencing device. So for now, I should say no. And it's a conference, it's your personal conference space. So the laptop and smartphones, that's the focus.
Yeah, correct. Thomas is asking, can you give us some more information on the noise cancellation for hearing, please? So not for the microphone part, but how it works. That's a good question, but it's also really a difficult question. Well, this is actually the 7th generation of noise cancellation already, and how that exactly works, I have no details. And this is I don't want to say top secret, but this is a thing. So I'm sorry to say, but we're not able to answer this question for you.
Yeah.
We can tell you about, sorry Dave, about how it works, how it filters the voice, but that we explained in the video, but that's not what you're asking here. So.
Right.
Sorry. What is the range of the Bluetooth? For example, I'm on a voice call, but need to move from my desk away to my desktop. Good question.
Yeah, so the range is depending. If you are connected to your smartphone, it is it's a limited range. It's 10 meters.
Yeah.
And if you go with the Bluetooth dongle, I believe it was up to 30 meters.
It's
so
up to 30 meters, but it of course it depends on your what's in your
yes,
environment.
it's
So.
really depending on the structure of the building you're in. But it's kind of, it has 2 Bluetooth channels. So if you're I think also there was a similar question this morning where you can connect your headphone can be connected to your smartphone and both to your laptop. So they can also switch. So you could be listening to music, and at the moment that you need to jump on a call, you can quickly jump on the call by connecting to your laptop and switch the Bluetooth channel.
Yeah, and that's it's Bluetooth version 5.
Yeah.
Right. So that's was also a question. Does the 700 UC also work with Simple Sync? I have actually no idea.
No, same here.
Sorry.
So let's double check.
Yeah.
So we have all these questions. So if there's really something that we don't know,
And you can always reach out to your local sales or technical person of your country.
Yeah.
And well, for now, I don't see any more questions, Dave. 21 minutes.
I think we have. I can also. There was a question this morning about the USB dongle this morning, whether it's USB A and newer laptops have USB-C. So the dongle comes with only in the USB-A version. So if you connect to a Mac, for example, yes, there is USB-C, so you need your converter. That being said, we pass this to our development teams and see if that what's there for the future to also have a USB-C dongle. The dongle is stored in your carrying case. Was also a question this morning.
Yeah, and while we are talking or speaking, we see more questions coming up. So
let's take a look.
Okay, does the product have any differences except at the additional USB module?
Can you repeat it?
If it's different than the normal traditional consumer version.
It's of course prepared with the USB dongle, so it is a dedicated link with the dongle. Of course, the difference is the software.
And in this combination, it's Microsoft Teams certified, and that's the big difference.
That's the big difference. So so that's besides we explained it earlier in the webinar that. It does device control at the moment that you are connected to your Bluetooth dongle. So if you control your volume, you're actually controlling the volume of your collaboration clients. And for example, that could be Microsoft Teams. And that's where you have to you close the loop with how you manage the device. Also, Microsoft is really raising the bar for audio and video standards in order to meet Microsoft certification. And that's currently the headphone is under. Microsoft it's under certification, so and that's really important for us as well to make sure it works with those collaboration clients, and it is not only for IT managers, but also for those for the actual user using the device, so that it gives them the trust that they're going to use and conference the device that is going to connect them seamless with their conference, and so that if they jump in a call, they don't have to worry about connecting to the laptop. Does it work? Is the quality right? Yeah,
and exactly. And if you use the USB dongle on your laptop, for example, Microsoft Teams understands that there's a Bose headphone connected. It automatically disables the automatic echo cancellation and integrates with device control, interacts with the headphone. So
exactly.
That's the let's say the major difference. Is it possible to connect 2 or 3 headphones 700 in the same USB dongle? No. Can you listen, or not at the same time? You can, let's say, repair it, but it's repair.
Yes.
It sounds a little bit strange, but
so one of the questions that I also put out there is to see, can you have multiple dongles? So, for example, I could imagine. For now, it comes with one dongle. Let's make that clear. But if you could have multiple dongles, so one of your home workplace, you have one on the go in your laptop bag, so that you connect with multiple dongles on one device. So for now, that's not the case. It connects with one USB Bluetooth link, Bose link dongle. Yeah. And we kind of raised the question at the developers to see if that other option is also possible.
Yes. Another question: can you listen to your surroundings through the microphones? Yeah, actually you can. With that conversation mode, you hear everything around you. Your noise cancellation is disabled, and you can also hear yourself. So you don't have to raise your voice to make yourself heard. So
Yeah.
that's really nice on the conversation mode, and then you hear everything around you.
Yes, it's not that you. It is of course amplified, but to that extent that it's natural. So if for you, it really, if you're wearing the headset and you move to conversation mode by pressing the button for 1 second, it's like you're not wearing a headphone.
No.
And that's the cool piece.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Works. Does there is any competitor? Well, as far as I know, no.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't seen it, but yeah, competitor for headphones, of course. But when in this combination, I haven't seen it.
No.
But
Same here.
what's the major USP of UC against the normal version? Well, I hope that was quite clear with the dongle, with the Microsoft Teams certification.
Yeah. I think it's the personal conferencing space or your personal space. Whether it's work life. I think that's key to remember. And if you're in the professional conferencing space, you don't have this boom again. So you can jump into your meetings, but yes, you wear your normal headset. And if you're commuting back home, you're listening to music and you don't have your work headset. So I think that's really the key thing with
this one.
The headphone 700 UC.
Exactly. There's one off-topic question, but I think it's a really good. Oh, it's already gone. But the question was, do you record this webinar with the VB1? It's a little bit off-topic, but it's a good question.
Yeah. So this is not recorded with the VB1, the Bose Video Bar. This is a studio setup, so we have multiple cameras to capture all the video streams that we have here. We yesterday or Tuesday, I must say, we had the video bar connected. So we had a little bit of that video stream in our demo.
And you can always check the website to see that recording with the VB1.
Yeah.
And more questions. Is it possible to connect to the headphones and adjust the audio settings like the bass and treble? With the app you can.
Yeah, Bose Music is your entrance to...
Yeah. And you can also set your presets for your noise cancellation.
Yeah, correct.
Well, I see no more unanswered questions, so I think we're good for today.
Yes, I think so as well. Of course, if questions do arise, feel free to connect with your account manager or sales person. They are able to give you all the details that you need. At the end of this webinar, and the moment that we close the webinar, there will be automatically a push out of the an handout of the Bose Work brochure that also contains information of the headphone 700. So with that, we would like to thank you for attending our webinar today. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah,
more to come.
More to come
next week.
If you have any, by the way, suggestion, you can always send us an email if you have a suggestion for a topic. We're more than happy to check it out if we can work it out. So
right. So for now, I would like to close this session.
Okay.
Thank you for attending and stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye bye.